Hey yo guys, girls, and everyone in between. This is Rebellious Pastry here. Sorry that we're like 5 minutes late. I was going to be 10, but I managed to book it back to where I needed to be sooner than I thought I would. And also, pre-stream happened while I was trudging my way back from another studio, so Red can testify to this.
I can.
Just so you guys know, he's a different Red from who was on the show before. Just in case you guys are like, hey, why does Red sound totally different now? Answer, different Red. Home. Wait, review. Let's see here. Alright, there we go. Finally pulled up the questions. So, I'm going to explain what tends to happen with these hobby interview shows. So, I'm going to ask all of my preset questions first to Red. Anyone who is on is free to ask questions at any time, but I'm going to ask them to Red at the end, or after I say all the preset questions that are always said in this show. So yeah. Anyways, and also, if you're talking to us, please say at Rebellious Pastry or use a donut emoji so that you know that you're talking to us, not each other. Please keep in mind that we still moderate the chats you guys send to each other. We're just not going to read them out loud. Anyways, so, even though I've already technically said it, what is your name?
Name is Red.
And
Obviously not my real name, but
no, almost no one uses their real name on this show. And then
well, it doesn't matter because my friends call me by a nickname anyways.
cool. And then what is your pronouns?
He, him.
Coolio. I'm gonna click into the stream on a different tab. And then I'm gonna pull up the questions again. And please know that you can take as however long you want on answering all the questions that I'm going to be asking you, just because it is like your show about your hobby, which is photography. For this episode at least. And then do you have any YouTube or any like social medias that you would want people to follow? It doesn't have to be
None that
related.
I'm really.
It doesn't have to be related to
None
your
that I'm really
photography.
active on.
Um,
None that I'm really active on, but you can give them my Discord if you want. I don't mind.
I don't tend to give like things that can be directly DM'd on. But just like if you post anywhere, then that's what I tend to share.
It doesn't matter to me, honestly.
Um, and then what is your hobby?
Photography, and I sometimes repair cars with my father at my uncle's house.
Okay, we're gonna do for photography for the episode today.
Alright.
Because if you were to go back on, then we could do car repair in the future. I just like to have one hobby per episode.
Yeah.
And then, how long have you been doing photography?
I have been doing photography for about, gotta say, probably around 2 or 3 years.
That's a fair amount of time. How did you find photography as a hobby? How
I
did
just
your
like taking pictures of landscapes and everything, and flowers and nature and whatnot. I just
That's
found it to be a relaxing kind of thing.
that's fair. It's always good to do things that help you relax. Um and then why are you interested in it slash why do you do it?
As an escape from reality. When I'm in tough spots mentally, I usually go to photography.
Um that's fair. And then how much does it cost to do photography? Yes, this includes a camera. Yes, this includes film if you use it. Yes, this would include your phone. Basically, like, how much does it cost for you to. How much does it cost for you to, um, do photography? Everything involved.
I mostly use my phone because it's my highest quality of camera that I have.
How much is your phone?
And the camera, how much is my phone? God, I don't know.
What kind of phone is it? You can look it up if you want to. Or just give me an approximate.
I'm gonna I'm gonna Google it right now. One sec.
Cool. Um, do you know what kind of phone it is?
Yeah, I know what kind of phone it is.
What kind of phone is it?
It's a Samsung
What model?
A14.
I have no idea how much one of those would cost. That would cost. Um, but yeah, since you're looking it up, it'll be fine.
One that I found at Walmart cost $134.
Wow,
So that
that's
would be an approximate.
wow, that's a pretty good deal for a phone that has a good camera.
Yeah, and then I also have an actual camera that my father got me last Christmas.
Do
That
you?
was like probably $30.
Hmm. Do you think you're gonna ever get a higher quality camera, or no?
One day in the future, yeah, probably.
Fair enough. Um, and then is it one cost or is it something that you have to keep on paying for? One cost hobby would be considered like things that involve equipment and nothing else. And then and then something you keep on paying for is like if you have to constantly buy new pencils and stuff like that.
One cost hobby.
And then um do you make any money off of photography?
Tried?
Do you make any money off of photography? I didn't hear your answer.
No, I don't, but I've tried in the past.
Why don't you talk about how you've tried to make money off of photography in the past?
There's a website that I posted a few of my photography pictures to called Art Pal. And basically, you just put up pictures of your photography, give a like brief description, I guess, and then the chances of people seeing it is very slim and low, but There's always that chance. They
That's a,
can buy it, then they have it, and then they can print it and use it for whatever they want.
hmm. Um, and then let's see. Do you have any plans to make money off of it in the future?
I'd like to, yeah.
Have you considered things like being a photographer for weddings or no because wedding people are scary? Like you could be an event photographer in the future if you wanted to.
I'd have to be more experienced in photography for that,
But you have
but
time.
I can. I wouldn't mind being a wedding photographer. Don't get me wrong, but it's also like I need to get better skills if I really want to be one.
That's fair. And please keep in mind that you still have plenty of time to develop those skills. I'm not saying go get a job tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
Um, but yeah. Um, and then you want to know what to once you get very skilled at photography, do you want to know like a very high market or like a very high demand? What's in very high demand?
Sure.
High school senior photos.
Yeah.
They're like in really high demand. When I got mine done, I'm not gonna say how old I am, but I'm at least old enough to get senior pictures done. But when I did mine, my mom went through a local photographer instead of a studio, and we did it outside. So, um, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, my hair was longer back then, actually, than IRL right now. Um, yeah, I just wanted to get use those ideas because
Yeah.
and like I'm not gonna say what kind of job it is, but the job that I'm gonna be having over the summer also has a photographer position too. So um yeah. Um I'm just imagining one day you like going to like some school and just doing those awkward school photos with children. just
No,
some
I'd hate that. I wouldn't do that.
just something to think about. I'm half kidding. Because I
No,
like
I swear to you, I would never do that. If it involves kids, I'm staying as far away from that as possible. I hate kids.
Oh, that makes me sad, but I'm not gonna say why on air.
I
um
don't hate kids. It's just that
I
I'm afraid of
know
them for some
I
reason.
I know that working with children is rough for like 99% of the population. And then you've got
Yeah,
the whack
because
then you've got the wackos who really like to work with children.
yeah, and most of the time, children just don't listen. They don't care what you say. They're not going to listen to you.
They try.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Yeah. You just gotta
On
realize that
very rare occasion.
you've just gotta realize that they're not quite the most used to being human beings yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyways, next question. Um, how many hours a week do you typically um spend on um photography as a hobby?
How many hours a day or how many hours a week?
Hours a week on average. I'm not saying like calculate every single week you've ever had. I'm just saying Um, approximately how much time a week?
Average probably 1.5 hours, maybe.
That's pretty small amount of time a week.
Yeah, it doesn't take that long to get a good picture.
That's fair. It's just that like some people just take a lot of pictures.
Yeah, I don't take pictures unless I find something that I find interesting.
Fair enough. Um yeah, it's just some like I remember someone saying that they spent 80 hours a week or like 70 to 80 hours a week gaming. And I'm like, "Holy crap."
I do too, so I can't really blame them.
Yeah, I might have to get you back on the show for gaming in the future. If that's the
Jesus,
case.
3 hobbies: gaming, car repair, and photography.
I've got um out of the ones I can talk about on the show, um I could talk about board games. Yeah, I'm not going to get into how many I have possible. But since this show isn't about me technically, even though I host it. Um and then how easy is it to have other hobbies on top of um photography? I think you answered this one with just talking to me, but I just want you to answer the official question just so that it has officially an answer.
It's oddly enough very easy, being that it's not a paying job, so I don't have any expectations really.
That's fair.
If it was paying and I had customers and stuff like that, then it'd probably be a more time consuming thing. But being that I don't have customers and it's not a paying job for me, I have basically all the time in the world.
That's fair. Um and then is it a social hobby, would you say?
Depends on the situation.
Can you please elaborate?
In public, people might ask what what I'm taking a picture of, or they might say, "Hey, that's a cool picture," because a lot of people like to look at my phone while I'm taking pictures.
Oh man, I would probably ask you if I could look at your pictures after you take them, not while. But
There was this nice old lady one time while I was sitting in front of Walmart with my mother. She saw me taking pictures of the sunset. She's like, "Can I see?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I showed her the picture, and she enjoyed it.
oh, that's sweet. And then is it easy to work with others, or is it more of an independent hobby? Would you say?
It's more of an independent hobby in my case, but I have heard of people working together in photography.
How would one work together when there's only one camera involved? Or is it multiple cameras? How would one exactly work together on photography?
Well, you could do all the work yourself, like taking the pictures, doing the editing and everything. Or you could have somebody taking the pictures, then somebody who edits them, and then somebody who sends them out,
Uh,
or takes the requests and shares them with the other people.
hmm. That that's fair.
It could be a single thing or multiple people doing one job.
Hmm. So would you say it's more like company work?
Yeah, kinda.
And then
I uh
continue.
I had an editor technically. Had is a key word there.
While you tell your story, I'm gonna grab my water bottle real quick.
Yeah, I had an editor. I'm not gonna say his name, but he just kind of stopped talking to me, and just I never texted him again because I decided not to. And me and him have had a rocky relationship, especially being past events and present somewhat. But he just doesn't talk to me a lot or at all anymore. So that's happening, and that's it.
That's
I can always
unfortunate.
find another one.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but I can always find another one.
Yeah. I just hope you were.
And hey, I don't have to pay him.
But if you end up making money off of your work, then you've got to split it.
Yeah, that is if I do it with a group of people.
Yeah. Um. I. I tend to not like. For me personally, I find it if I were to be a photographer, then it'd be hard. Um. I would be hard for me to work with others just because I like things done the way I would like them done, and that wouldn't go over very well with others.
Yeah.
You kind of touched on this, but I would like you to, but I would like you to elaborate on it for the sake of this next question. But how has photography helped you?
It it's relaxing to take pictures and everything. It's relaxing to uh go out in nature and everything, or just kind of walk or drive around and find things to take pictures of.
So it helps you get outside more.
Yeah, it helps me get outside more. It helps me find my own peace.
That's fair. That actually, I that takes care of both of my clarifying questions of mentally and how does it mentally help you and how does it physically help you. I I have like those clarifications on the sheet because sometimes people have a hard time with thinking about how things have how their hobby has helped them. And this next question is probably predicted, is like a very predicted question because like with with everything that you will ever do, there's always got to be upsides to it and downsides to it. You can't necessarily say there's no downsides to your hobby, but what are the downsides of photography?
Sometimes you only get one shot at a picture, so if you mess it up, you can't really do it again.
And then like in the olden days, I know that film was very expensive.
Yeah,
What are some other downsides that you have to photography?
I haven't really had any other downsides besides the you have one shot to take the picture, and if you mess it up, then you can't go back and take another.
That's fair.
That's really the only one I've had.
Action shots are hard.
Yeah, and there is another thing. Sometimes people don't like photographers taking pictures out in public and everything.
Oh man,
So
so like
people are another problem.
oh yeah, like the people that are like, "Hey, why are you taking a picture of me, man?"
I don't take portrait pictures. I don't take pictures of people. It's mostly
Fair.
just landscapes. That's why I don't take pictures of people, is because I'm afraid that what if they get mad at me and start yelling at me?
Um how I am with pictures is personally if you see me in real life, how I am with pictures is I require someone else to take the photos, no selfies. And also, I require you not to pin or connect them to any way, shape, or form to Rebellious Pastry, to my YouTube channel and future company. So, like, you could post a picture of me on social media, just don't pin me. Just don't pin my art account to my, yeah. But that's just my
Yeah. Opinion
personal boundaries on pictures.
and preference, boundaries, preference, whatever.
Yep. I call them boundaries because I tend to get very annoyed if they're not followed. And then
Yeah.
and then here's my golden question that is the whole reason of why the whole reason of why I do this show, which is, would you recommend do it photography as a hobby to others?
Yeah. Yeah, I would. It's a very peaceful thing when it has its moments. It has its moments where, yeah, sure, you might be a little bit distressed and you can't get the picture right and you're running low on time, but there's also a peaceful aspect to it where you can get the right shot at the right time and you can be happy about it and appreciate it.
Hmm.
And sometimes, yeah, sure, people might not see it the way that you do, but you just have to do what makes you happy with it.
Yep. It's the whole, like, you've got to not care about what other people think.
People are natural critics.
Yes,
So if
indeed.
somebody doesn't like it, if people don't like it, don't beat yourself up about it because you like it and that's all that really matters.
So here's the first question, like personal question that has come to mind when thinking about photography. You know what you get if you like very quickly take photos of something that slightly moves?
Yeah,
It's called stop motion animation.
yeah.
Have you considered doing stop motion animation?
Fun fact, I actually had to do that as a project for my music class.
Oh, how did that go?
Surprisingly well. I didn't show it to the class because I, for one, was embarrassed about it. But I sent it to my teacher like she asked. I requested that it wasn't shown to the class, and it wasn't. So,
That's
yeah,
fair.
it went well.
So what did you stop motion animate?
Uh, Mostly just a clay figure.
That's cool. Would you consider doing it for fun in the future, or did you
No, never. It's
never?
very time consuming.
Oh my goodness. I would never do stop motion either.
It's very time consuming and it's very difficult to animate it how you need it animated. Because even slight movements can still be complicated. Because if you move it too far, or you move it in a weird way, it can break, it can fall apart, and everything. It's just a very difficult process.
Yeah. And then so when you usually take pictures of stuff, um what kind of stuff do you usually take pictures of?
Like I said, landscapes, flowers, animals, stuff like that.
Hmm. Do you ever like go to a known site just to take a picture of it, or not really?
No, not really. I uh, I tend to go to places that aren't really explored that often. That's not well known and everything. I find new things the best I can, and I take pictures of that because it's things that people don't really take pictures of.
That's fair. So you just, whenever you think of people who take pictures of the Grand Canyon, you think it's overdone?
Yeah, I think too many people have taken pictures of the Grand Canyon.
Trust me, even my family have taken pictures at the Grand Canyon. Mostly of
Yeah.
other family members, but still. Um
One thing that I am waiting to get a picture of is lightning.
oh, that must be hard.
It is very hard because you have to try to get it at the right time, just when it hits. And that's very difficult because it's a split second. So you have a split second to hit that button.
Wow.
Otherwise, that's my biggest project yet.
And then how about this? Why don't you email yeah, yes, I say email because in the past when I've tried to show things when I've tried to show things um with people sending stuff on a Gmail. Yes, mail has an A in it. um Whenever I've tried to have people send me stuff to show on air through Discord, like the files save weird. So, can you please send me some things that you want me to show up on air?
Yeah, sure. I just need your email, of course.
Yep, I DM'd you my email.
All right, I just copied it.
And that is the email I used for everything. Like if fans send me fan art, then I use that email for that. Just like it's just a general fan mail email. Um, but
I have to find one that doesn't have my name in it.
um, you could always cross off your name in the remix button or in the remix part of Discord. And
No, I mean I have to find an email to send it to you that doesn't have my name in it.
oh, the email. Um,
Yeah.
people drop their names to me all the time, and yet I don't care enough
You know what?
to.
This one has the nickname that people call me.
All right, but regardless if I see your real name or not, I'm still gonna call you by your online name because that
Yep.
is how I am. I know my online best friend's real name, and he like tell me to call him either um his online name or his real name, but I still prefer to call him online name. But yeah,
This is just a name that my friends call me every now and then,
that's fair.
being that they usually call me by my username.
But yeah, so
I'm
can you?
gonna tell you this now. A lot of like some of these don't look real. They look like they're kind of fake, but they're not. I promise.
Yeah, when I get them, I will probably ask you like, or wait. Here's another question that I meant to ask, but my brain got sidetracked. So with photography, how much of your time do you or rough percentage, um, rough percentage, how much time do you take actually taking the photo versus how much time do you edit that photo? Like percentages.
Well, being that mostly it's on my phone, uh, half of it is spent on taking the picture, obviously. and then I spend maybe about 2 to 5 minutes editing it to my liking.
Did you send the email yet?
So not. I'm sending it right now. I sent like 10 pictures.
Cool. That must be the thing that is taking it a while to send. That's fine though.
I just hit send. So.
Cool. As long as it gets here by the time before the show's over. I feel like I'm talking about a package right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so you know, feel free to like joke around with me
There
on
you
the
go.
show
It
too.
should have sent.
Let's see. InMail or inbox. More important. Schedule. Let's see here. I'm going to open up that tab again.
Eh.
Okay, now I see it. So I'm going to download these and show them one by one. So,
Alright.
Let's see here, your downloads. Alrighty, so I started out with, so per each of these images, I would like you to explain to me what they are and how you edited them from the original picture. Seems simple enough, right?
Edited. Yeah, none of them are edited. They're all normal, natural.
What is this thing? The top left one you sent, assuming they got sent. It looks like a church-looking thing.
Church-looking thing? 1 sec. I'm gonna have to find the one that I sent you. There it is.
Cool.
Found it. That is when I was going down the road in my father's car with him. He was driving, obviously. And I saw the way the sun was hitting the building, and I thought, hey, that's kind of a cool picture. So I took it.
Do you think you're gonna ever put any edits on it, or no?
Probably not. It's not something I think I'll ever edit.
That's fair. Some things are better natural. How about, let's see. I'm gonna remove this first one. How about this water here?
That is rain on a car window.
Whoops! I thought it was a lake. Whoops. Sorry about that.
That's rain. That's rain on a car window.
Just imagine if, imagine if I saw rain on a car window and we're both in the same car somehow, and I'm like, ooh, that's a lake. I'm just making fun of myself at this point.
Yeah, but that's rain on a car window. I got a close up of it.
May I ask you why?
I liked it. I thought it was cool. I've always liked rain and how it rolls down windows and stuff like that. Just the way it sticks.
And is there any editing done to this?
No.
Now, this is going to sound dumb, but you reminded me of how I answer the whole is water wet answer. And my answer is that water is sticky, not wet. Because water sticks on
water makes things wet.
So therefore
so technically it can't make itself wet.
It's sticky.
Yeah.
Water's
It's
sticky,
not
not
wet.
wet.
Water is not wet.
Yeah. What are we going to look at next? Oh, look, it's actually a body of water.
Yeah, that is the rail trail nearby my house, just like maybe 5 minutes down the road. Uh, there's a lake when you walk down it enough, and that's just a picture of the lake.
Any editing done to this one?
Nope, all natural.
Think you'll ever edit it or no?
No.
But yeah, this one is like really clear. Like, you
Yeah?
could even see the details of the reflection. Honestly, I
Yeah.
think your phone should just self-identify as a camera at this point. It should self-identify as a camera.
Yeah.
And then I think you sent me the second. You sent me another one of the lake, but a different area of it, which I'm
Yeah.
gonna download and put up as well. I should have put them both up at the same time, but oh well.
Yeah,
Same
it's fine.
same story, different spot. Here you go. Um,
I do have edits of this one.
why don't you send me
I
them?
just didn't send them.
Why don't you send me the
You want me to
edits?
send them?
Yeah, or like just do just the edits, or actually send me just do the edits of the current one that we're looking at, the lake edit one, and I'll
Yeah, I was gonna say the edited one of the one that you were just looking at.
the first one, just so you know, the first one I pulled up was the one of the look at wood chip looking stuff, and the second one has more
Yeah.
water. The second one has more water. I'm not quite sure if you can see what I'm seeing on air currently or not.
No, I can't, but it's fine. I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only edited one that I kept, and I made it more like kind of vintage and black and white looking. Kind of like a creepy thing.
Did you mean to like have it be like a Halloween set or piece or no?
No, I just kind of took it, edited it when I felt like it, and left it at that.
Let's see. And are these all of the wait. Alright. I need to refresh my email page. Okay. So it connected to the first email. Got it. So let's put them both side by side here. And do. All right. Let's see. None of these are backwards. Got it. But so which one do you like better, the edited one or the natural one, in your opinion?
I like the natural one better, honestly. I don't hate having edited pictures. It's just I tend to like the natural version of stuff.
That's fair. And may I ask you why you decided to edit it be darker, not lighter?
My father always loved black and white pictures, so thought why not edit it and make it kind of black and white.
You know what? You know another idea you could have with the whole
What?
With the whole um photos thing. You know, you could also record videos too. Have you thought of
Yeah,
that?
I know. Yeah, but I never really tried it because I was always afraid to.
Why are you afraid? Are you afraid of making somebody look bad in a video
No,
or
I'm
no?
afraid of messing it up.
Here's the thing though. If you mess it up bad enough, you could consider it comedy.
Yeah, but I'm not a comedian.
Oh man. I would do stand up right now, but I'm sitting down.
You're making a fool of yourself.
I always do so, regardless of if I try or not.
Yeah, seems about right.
It's
No
my
offense.
it's my show. I can make myself a fool on purpose if I want to. Surely.
Yeah, that's true. It is your show.
And let's just say that during audio games, I make everyone look like a fool. So,
Yeah.
that's kind of part of audio games. Um the sillier the better on audio games. Anyways, I'm going to look at the next one. Um um and then I'm going to download this thing. And then let's see here. Whoops, that's the same one as I had earlier. The spooky tree one that just sent me. Imagine I'm just like, ooh, spooky tree. Imagine if I just randomly nicknamed all of your photos. I accidentally downloaded spooky tree twice. Whoops. Let's see. Refresh this. There we go. This file is like extremely big. How is it that this one
I
file
don't know
is
why.
I don't know why this one file is bigger than at hold on. Unless you want to analyze it inch by inch. uh, and speaking of Pastry making a fool of himself, I can't seem to get this one any smaller right now. If you're not at least making a little bit, whoops. If you're not at least making a little bit of a joke of yourself for fun, then I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm kidding. Let's see here. Get this thing a little bit more manageable. All right. Sunset with trees.
Yeah, that one. This one is edited
Do you have
by
the original?
the person who I said shall not be named. I do have the original, I think. It's just this one, but a little bit more darker.
Any specific reason of why you made it lighter?
It felt off when it was darker. It felt like it needed more color, so I just made it brighter.
That's
and
fair
the color
enough.
popped more.
That's fair enough. And then let's see. So the next one I am looking at / downloading is I'm gonna just start by guessing if these are downloaded or not, or not downloaded. I'm gonna start by guessing if these are edited or not to make things a little bit more interesting. This one is also ultra large file. I'm still wondering it how it how it be like that. But yeah. I'm gonna guess that your light post cloud one is not edited.
You're right about that.
Unless, yeah, if I were to guess edited, I would have guessed like it was made more I don't know, dark. So this picture actually makes me have another question. Fun fact. So do you like to when is your favorite time of day to take pictures? Daytime,
Usually in the
nighttime?
morning, or usually the morning, or kind of like the mid to late afternoon.
But this one's like more of a evening thunderstorm picture.
Not thunderstorm.
It's just nighttime.
Luckily, it's just darker out. It's a little bit later in the night.
You want to know the craziest thing I've ever seen as far as the weather went?
Sure.
Completely clear skies, but with snow. Not a cloud in the sky, but snow.
You want to know the weirdest thing my grandfather has seen?
Yes.
Thunder snow.
Thunder snow?
Thunder snow.
Oh man, one time sometimes I saw there was this one time I saw the rain just rain in half of my backyard, but not the other half.
That's creepy.
Yeah. And speaking of clouds, guess the next picture. I'm gonna guess that this next one isn't edited. But
No, it's not.
So I am looking at your refresh again.
I know what one you're looking at. I have it kind of synced together.
I like how I'm just let's see here. This one is also ultra large. How is it?
I don't understand why. It's probably because I took those ones where it wasn't in landscape mode. My phone was just up and down instead of left to right.
And you know,
I'm assuming that's why.
Yeah, you know what? My computer is left to right, not up and down, because if computers were up and down, it'd look weirder than they already do.
Yeah.
That hurts my brain thinking about having a computer be up and down instead of left to right. Like in a
Some people do have computers that are that way. They have a monitor thing.
But a monitor and a computer is different. Anyway, so
yeah, it's not. It's the same thing, same difference.
a monitor is when you have an extra screen to a computer or a phone. The computer is actually.
Fine.
But yeah, anyways, I'm looking at clouds.
Yeah, I see the clouds. I know which one you're talking about.
And it is not edited.
Not at all.
Any specific reason of why you took a picture of clouds?
Sky was looking good, and I saw like the way that the clouds were not in a specific area. So I kind of tried to focus on that specific area where the sun was coming through.
You want to know something dumb I've thought about when it comes to clouds?
Sure.
I've wanted to eat a cloud before because I was hungry and they look like they'd be good tasting.
They're literally just water.
But it looks like cotton candy!
But it is quite literally water.
What are you talking about?
Pastry,
What?
please, not more water jokes.
Um,
Please no more. For my sake.
I make a lot of jokes on this show, man.
I'm aware of that now, at least.
um, um, they're just pouring out of my brain right now.
That's another one.
Oh man. Cloudy with a chance of me joking. Oh man. Let's see. I there was this one meme I saw of this one girl who like her teacher said that she'd get extra credit by if she walked on water. So you want to know what she did?
What?
She took a case of bottled water
Of bottled water and stood on it.
and yeah, technically danced on it, but still. I mean, she was technically walking on water.
Yeah, true.
And then for this one, I am torn. I'm gonna guess that this, the one with the sunset clouds are
Yeah.
I'm torn on guessing on if it's edited or not. So I'm gonna guess edited because of the.
It's not.
I was guessing it was edited just based off of how like
Kind of looks like a painting, doesn't it?
yeah, it does actually.
That's why I'd assume that you'd think it's edited, because it looks like a painting.
It does. Have you considered painting your
No.
no? Why don't you
No.
try?
Because I'm not good at painting, and I'm not Bob Ross.
Happy accidents.
Well, my life is a happy accident, so shush.
Oh.
That's a joke, by the way. I am kind of glad to be here.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't an accident, so that's good too.
I wasn't either. You want to know who has done painting in their life?
Who?
Yours truly. I did.
Well, obviously.
But yeah.
I've painted before, but not something I usually do.
Practice makes better. And you want to know what sometimes sells better than photos?
Paintings?
Paintings of photos.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to talk about this I almost said painting. This picture.
The
orange
my
box.
sister's tire popped.
Your what?
My sister's tire popped, and me and my father went to the auto shop with her, and we were waiting for her to get done talking to the guy to replace her tire, and I took a picture in the parking lot.
That's fair. I feel like with taking photos, you can also remember the stories of how you got it too.
Yeah, it's a memory.
Making the best out of what happens, am I right?
Yeah, except it costs over $100 to replace the single tire.
Yeah. How did it pop?
Uh, her, I forget what it was, but something with the wheel pierced it, and it wasn't
Yikes.
good. Yeah. Apparently something with her brakes wasn't good, or like something with her back suspension. The suspension on her back wheels, something was off. Like it was too low, and it ended up scraping through her tire.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Um, the next one I'm pulling up is the no outlet sign.
Yeah, that one just looked really, really cool. It
And I'm guessing
again,
that
it
it's
looks like
not
a painting.
edited. I'm guessing it's
It's
not
not.
edited because the reason why I think this one's not edited is because the sign looks too shiny to be
Yeah.
edited.
But it again looks like a painting, obviously.
Yep.
It gave me nostalgia. It reminded me of a game that I played once. I don't remember the name of it, but it looked kind of familiar,
Hmm.
and it gave me kind of this nostalgic vibe. So I took a picture of it.
That's fair. I feel like it is very like connectable because it's like a it seems like a place that everyone has seen before. At least like everyone who lives in a town or like bigger.
Yeah,
I like the fact that it doesn't have like skyscrapers. It's just there. Like no
yeah.
skyscrapers. It just seems like
It
very much
gives
like a town.
yeah, it gives a peaceful kind of aspect to the world.
Yeah. If only the world actually worked like it does in that photo. But nope, it doesn't.
Yeah, sadly.
Um, let's see. Um, where's the next one? Um, let's see. I'm kind of wondering how you got the sun shining the way it does in here. I'm gonna download it and show it. Um, are you sure you don't have an Instagram or something for these?
I have an Instagram where some of my photography is posted.
Um,
Do you want the username for it?
sure thing.
All right.
If it's okay to share with the donut batch.
Oh, it is.
I'm just making sure that it's not like a personal account where you don't want it to be, you don't want your face to be dropped. The
My face isn't even on it.
cool.
I don't usually post my face.
Me neither. Actually, I've never posted my face. Um,
That is my Instagram username.
if here's the thing. If there's ever a picture of me of what I actually look like, I wasn't the one that posted it. My parents have. But I have the whole don't pin me in things rule with the channel. Um a friend of mine once pinned me on like a photo that we're not going to talk about, but um yeah, let's see. I'm trying to get this formatting correct here. Um I'm going to let's see. I'm going to try this again. Um but yeah. Um have you considered like printing these photos out and framing them?
I've considered printing them, but not framing them.
How come? Oh, why is
Printing them
everything?
to like give out if people want to buy them, I guess.
Yeah. I'm honestly um yeah. Um there's so much you can do with pictures. Like I said before, turn them into paintings. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. I accidentally had us look at the outlet one twice. Let me fix that. Or
Eh,
the no outlet sign. We really do love no outlet signs on this show, apparently. But wait,
why?
it's I was sarcastically talking.
Ah,
It's just me
my bad.
being like, "You're good, man." Um, sometimes I don't know. Sometimes audio tone isn't the best indicator.
Yeah.
Um,
I sent you my Instagram username if that's
yep,
something that
I'm
you wanna
just
give it out, I guess.
sure thing. I will after I'm let's see. After I'm done fumbling around with Streamlabs. Freaking Streamlabs. We love it and we hate it at the same time sometimes.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works.
Um which if which if you ever want to stream, I would definitely recommend Streamlabs. Just make sure that your audio is balanced out because this season specifically I didn't have things balanced out very well and I had my guest way louder than myself. But here we go. I'm gonna guess this thing's not edited. The thing on your
Lavender.
the lavender, yes.
It's not.
Oh man, I was about to ask you where is my Discord? I was just about to ask you if I had a Discord tab open, but then it would have been like then you would have been like Pastry, you're talking to me on it right now. Then I'm like, oh, um, let's see. Um, gotta look it up real quick. Okay. Um, I requested. Oh, yeah.
Just got it.
Cool.
I'll follow you back. Why not?
Yeah, I haven't posted anything on mine. I just mostly use it for DM's sake. For the people who don't like Discord for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, so can you talk more about like where you're planning to go with photography in the future?
I'm planning on having it as a secondary job and my primary job was going to be like probably small engine repair.
But yeah, just like a job for supplemental income.
Yeah.
Actually, art for me, art is going to be a supplemental income job. Um, I'm not gonna share my primary one just because I don't want people to connect the two. But yeah. Anyways, but if people watch enough and get enough context clues, they probably can figure it out. But I'm just
Yeah.
gonna leave the smart cookies to figure it out. Damn, a cookie does sound good right now. No cookies, pastry. Anyway, have you considered taking pictures of food? Or no, not really.
No.
Any specific?
That's one of my rules.
So what is your
That's one of my
photography?
rules of photography.
So what is your photography rules?
Don't take pictures of food.
Any any
Ask
specific?
permission before taking pictures of people.
Why don't you take pictures of food?
Because then somebody's going to think that I'm some sort of social media star and I don't want to be that. I don't take picture of my food because if I take a picture of my food, there's no really pleasure in eating it anymore. People don't need to know what I'm eating. I just need to enjoy it how I want to enjoy it.
Interesting. But yeah, what is your other? So I get the whole like consent before taking pictures of thing.
There's no pictures of food, consent before taking pictures of people, and family photos will take longer than usual because, again, it's a family photo and it takes a long time to edit that. Plus, if they want somebody taken out of the photo, that's going to take even longer.
Oh, so
So
you.
expect family photos to end badly. That's my third rule.
Oh wow, wow.
There's no food, consent, and expect things to go off the rails.
Go off the rails. Fair enough. Um, have you what do you think whenever you take or whenever you look at photos that are taken by other people?
I get inspired by other people.
What do you think of people who do not know how to edit photos for whatever reason?
I think that if they really tried hard enough, they could probably get the hang of it. But it's not easy. It's something that takes time and you need to build experience on.
So you don't just sit there and make fun of it?
Yeah, don't do that.
Fair enough. Just like, haha, this editing is so bad. No, you're not that guy.
If anything, you're just making a fool out of yourself.
Yeah,
Because 9 times out of 10, people who make fun of other people's editing aren't even editors.
fair.
Be like, here, you try it.
Yeah, that tends to be my that tends to be my reaction whenever someone makes fun of my anything. Here, you try it. See if you're better than me. But yeah. But with art, it's like beauty is the eye of the beholder. So
Yeah.
um um
It sounds like it's raining hard outside. I don't like that.
Have you
Never
taken
mind. It's just the fruits of Philly.
Have you taken pictures of rain or hail? My bad.
No, I have yet to get a picture of hail.
Why? Because it would hurt like hail to be out there during the hail.
Oh, I want to slap you.
You know what? If I
I
made
walked. I walked right into it. I
you
walked into it. Oh, I can't believe I fell for that.
you know what? You want to know what luxury my guest last week had that you
Sure.
don't? They could have slapped me. They could have slapped me if they wanted to. Want to know why?
Well, I so badly want to.
Oh man. They're an IRL of mine, an IRL friend, who was sitting right next to me as the show aired.
Fun.
But yeah, I'm proud of myself for that one. Even though you want to.
I walked right into it.
um, you want to know an idea I just had?
Sure. Why not? Let's hear it.
Have you take a picture of a frozen lake?
I have not yet, but I'd like to.
Like, oh, I forgot to ask. What is your favorite season that you like to take pictures in?
I prefer early summer.
Also, we love the stream time because I stream over every single possible dinner time with this show slot. And so now I'm eating cheese puffs right now.
Yeah.
I promise you guys I eat at least slightly healthier off air. Want to know what?
Something makes me want to not believe that, Pastry.
We'll talk about it after the show. Anyways, have you considered taking more night photos?
Have more night photos.
What is the hardest, like, other than like the immediate other than like the immediate shot photos, what other photos are hard for you to take a picture of?
Certain natural light photos.
Can you please repeat that?
Certain natural light photos.
Such as like sun?
Yeah. Things that require natural lighting tend to be a bit of a pain most of the time.
That's fair. Have you ever considered taking pictures of statues?
If I've ever seen one, yeah.
Let's see. So where's the oddest place you've ever taken a photo?
I've not really been to any odd places.
That's fair. Also, let's see. Hey, Sci-Fi, why don't you ask us questions? Why don't you ask us questions about photography? Since you're here. Let's see. Have you ever like had or do you have friends who are also photographers or no?
Oh.
No, so it's
Well,
just you?
The editor I talked about, he also did photography.
Have you guys ever done a competition to see who could take the better photo of a specific thing?
No.
Um, have you ever used film? I forgot if I
No,
think
never.
um have you considered using film in the future?
No. Well, maybe when digital cameras have more developed.
You just made me think of
Cause
those Polaroid cameras.
yeah, Polaroids. I love Polaroids. I've never had one before, but
Man, you need
I
to get a
had
Polaroid.
yeah, I had an ex uh in school when I was actually, inside of school and not homeschooled. Uh she had a Polaroid that she brought to school and she was like, "Hey, let me take a picture." I was like, "Okay." So we ended up taking a picture together and I don't know what she's done with it. She probably still has it, probably doesn't. She was an obsessive ex, so probably still does.
I learned film had to develop the film in a dark room for graphic arts. Um Funny enough, I am a
You
graphic
need a dark
artist.
room. You
Um
need a dark room if you want to develop pictures like that.
yeah. Um my school has one. Polaroids are awesome. But yeah. Um
I
there
might look on Amazon and see if I can find a cheap one
That's fair, but the film is very expensive in general.
in general.
But yeah, so what is some other new things that try with you're planning to try um with a photo taking?
One day I might start doing portraits.
Hmm. Um let's see. We had a dedicated dark room with a revolving door. Yeah, I feel like every high school and college has a dedicated dark room for photography. And have you ever been in one of those dark rooms or no?
No, never.
Are you afraid of the dark?
No. I'm not afraid of the dark. It's just at night when it's pitch black and you can't see anything, you don't know what's out there. I'm afraid of what's in the dark. I'm not afraid of the dark.
That's fair. That's probably most people who are scared of the dark. Also, whenever you take photos at night, do you use the flash or not?
No. Only when I absolutely have to, but if I don't have to, I won't.
I feel like the photo definitely looks different if you use flash or not. But yeah. So there's a red light in there so you can see, but not to ruin the exposure. That makes more sense,
Yeah.
actually. My brain was just like dark room. Room with absolutely no light at all. It'd be like being inside of a huge shoebox.
Yeah.
Also Nation, Mr. Nation. Am I doing better with the sound balances because I found settings that allowed me to decrease. Flash at night gives better Blair Witch effect. Interesting. Um, have you does is so like given the fact that there's ways to like keep original photos, do you think you're gonna um ever consider like dabbling more into editing or not really?
Probably not. If it really comes down to it and I end up having to edit the pictures myself, then I will. But chances are in the future, I will probably hire somebody to edit them.
Editing is a pain. And that goes for videos, that goes for audio, that is just editing is just a pain.
Yeah, that's why
Um
there's professionals who do it for a living.
yeah. Um um cool, yeah. Oh, just so you know, with Streamlabs, they rolled out with a new setting that allows you to specifically have an audio capture for um like your specific web pages. And yeah, anyways, enough about Streamlabs since I am not about the show, or the show's not about me. Um Editing is a pain for sure. Speaking of that, I need to do more editing. Yeah. Um have you considered taking more pictures of clouds and editing them together?
Uh, no, not really.
I'm
No,
gonna
not really. Not necessarily.
I'm gonna take a look at what you have. Ooh, why didn't you send me this flower?
What flower? The one that's on Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, those are pictures that I don't have saved on my phone currently.
Oh, fair
Those
enough.
are like older pictures.
Ooh. Um, is it easier for you to take pictures of objects or scenes?
Scenes.
That's fair. Um. Oh. Um. Here's another idea for you that Sci-Fi Nation thought of. Um. Have you considered making a still pictures into a collage, video collage, video collaging?
I've debated it.
If you need help with a video collage, I know how to video collage. Do you have iMovie?
Uh, no,
Dang.
I do not.
Yeah, there's like all different sorts of softwares you can use. CapCut. Um, but yeah. Um, what is other things that you could do with your art or your photos? I'm trying to think. Um, just because you're like, just because you, I'm just trying to think of how you can expand your, photo taking hobby since you pretty much mostly just do it on your phone. Um, is there any other like photo taking endeavors you thought about um going or like not going with but have you considered any other why can't words just word like any more ideas to do with photos that you thought about?
No.
um think you'll end up going to more places to take photos?
Probably not.
A video collage with
I'm
stills and music behind it would be a good project.
Yeah, it probably would be a good project.
It's just like for me personally, I don't really have much experience with taking photos other than my mom or random strangers asking me to take pictures of them. Like, oh wait, have you ever been asked by a random stranger to have them you take a picture of them with their phone?
No.
I've been asked that so many times. I've been asked that so many times, man.
There is one place I've always wanted to go to try to take pictures. Well,
What?
yeah, I've always wanted to go to Tokyo.
Ooh. I'm actually going to be going to Japan in the future.
I wouldn't mind living in Japan, honestly. It seems like a nice place to live.
I um um you can capture things in motion, but they have to be crystal clear without the motion blur. Have to have a high speed lens. Oh wait, have you ever considered taking a picture of an object in motion?
No.
Think you would
I've
ever?
tried it in the past and it never really worked out.
Fair enough. I definitely feel like a photography a lot of do's and don'ts in Japan, but a very beautiful culture. Yes, indeed. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, um, they're very, family oriented. Um, but is there any? I want to ask you this because I can't personally think of any more questions. But if you were me, if you were an interviewer interviewing someone who has photography as a hobby, what questions would you ask? If you were me, what would you ask yourself?
No idea, honestly.
I just tend to ask that. Oh wait, I just thought of a question. Have you considered like taking pictures of buildings? Or like buildings for the sake of the building? Not buildings for the um
Company who made it.
I'm just saying like taking a picture of the building for the beauty of the building.
No, not really.
Think you would ever try that?
Maybe
Some
in the
buildings are
future.
some buildings are very aesthetically pleasing. What is your favorite?
Yeah.
All right, so Sci-Fi Nation has another question for you. What is your favorite style of photography? Like not just you taking them, but like um words exist. But like what is your favorite style when you're looking at photos?
No idea, honestly.
Um uh Sci-Fi Nation mentions doing a New York skyscraper would be very cool. Also, what's your thoughts on like the fall time photos, like the falling leaves, the just like doing very season. um, Words are hard. Okay, lol. Yeah. Um. Yeah.
Fall
What?
fall pictures are something that I haven't really gotten yet, but I've made an attempt, but I just haven't found anywhere good enough to take a picture that I think would be cool.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do so. Um, I'm currently in an area that people love to take a lot of pictures of. But I'm not a big photo person myself.
Yeah.
Um, at the base of a building, looking straight up. Hmm. How's that as
I've
an
always wanted
idea?
to do that at I've always wanted to do that at a church. Just
Wait.
like stand where the bell is and then look straight up and take a picture of that.
Hmm.
That feels like it'd be a cool picture.
So yeah. So just thinking about like within the U.S. Just like where all would you want to go to take pictures in the future?
No idea.
No idea.
There's so many options. There's so many options that it's just like I don't have one that I'd really like to go to.
That's fair. Um, my brain is just thinking about how much money I could be making if I were to actually want to take pictures in Colorado and sell them, but I would rather animate and like draw than take pictures just because that's who I am. Um
Yeah.
let's see. Um Most of the things I have framed up are like prints, which I'm going to get more prints very soon because I've been making them. And yeah, have you considered like looking at the history of photography? Does the history of it be interesting to you or not really?
Not really. I'm not that big of a history fan, even though I did kind of spend 2 hours out of pure boredom writing a essay on George Washington. So
You could do it
yeah,
if we had real life pastry in the pictures. The thing is that real life
yeah.
pastry does not look like how real life pastry looks right now. Long story short, gender dysphoria. Also, wait, here's a question that I can't believe I forgot to ask. Do you like to take pictures of yourself or not really?
No, I have probably out of all of my phones that I've had, I have a total of 112 pictures of myself.
That number.
And I've had at least 3 phones, 3 or 4.
How many?
So
How
in
many?
all of my phones, I only have 112 pictures, and I've had 3 or 4 phones over the past probably 6 years.
How many phones have I had? There's a video of or there was a story time of how I lost my phone in the snow once. It was by the mailbox. Oh, wait, have you considered taking a picture of the mailbox?
I have not.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask how like and I have a so how often you take pictures of your friends with their permission, of course.
All of my friends are in the online world.
Oh, so you can't take pictures of us. For
Yeah.
now at least. But yeah, um, as of now, Pastry is a digital entity that has no IRL face within the world of Pastry. I'm a real human being, but the real human being and Pastry are different. Even though, yeah, different. They're in different universes, and I would like to keep it that way for now. Um, but I've definitely thought of like what would happen if Pastry were to come to the real world. Then that would be some type of time space continuum like problems
You want to
there.
know something that I think would be funny?
What?
If Waystry ever tried to host us
Oh
host an
man.
episode.
We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go
That'd be
there.
funny.
We're not gonna go
I'd
there.
watch that.
We're not gonna go there.
Fine.
Let's see. Um,
It's even fun, though, I'm sure.
um, anyways, so yeah. Um,
Sorry if that made you uncomfortable. I
you're
didn't mean to.
you're good, man. Um, but yeah, what other? Have you ever considered taking a picture of a picture?
A picture.
A picture of a picture.
What's the point in that?
I don't know. Imagine taking a picture of a
No.
picture of a picture. Or a picture of a picture of a picture of a picture. Or a picture of a picture of a picture of a picture of a picture. Or wait
Just
for it.
no.
Wait for it. A picture of 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 a picture.
No.
I just like how
This isn't picture section.
um oh man. Actually no, TVs used to have that picture in a picture with two channels. Oh man, craziness. Um what other questions do we have? Let's see. Have you considered ever trying to make a commercial? I know that's more into videoing, but
No, I have not.
have you ever considered taking a picture of something in the mirror?
I've taken a mirror picture of myself.
I've done that too. For gender reason. I wanted to yeah. Um have you ever like looked at a picture someone else took to analyze it?
Yeah, someone has asked for uh their opinion on pictures.
Hmm. And what kind of feedback do you take for those? Or like what kind of
I'm
feedback do
very
you give for
blunt.
those?
I'm very blunt about it. I don't really like to lie to people. So I just tell them what I kind of find off or wrong about it, like lighting or background or too blurry, too pixelated kind of thing.
Also, do you? So I have a question. Have you ever like liked a blurry picture that you've taken, like for the blur effect, or are you just like blurry? No fucking way.
There was a few, I guess.
Um, There's a few.
Yeah, there was a few that I took, but I don't have them anymore. Sadly, I got rid of them.
How? Imagine how it'd be if you took a purposefully blurry picture.
I've taken a picture of my shorts with a 10 times zoom.
Let's see.
So
Don't mind me just blurring up pictures for purpose. Um,
my phone can zoom in up to 10 times. The camera can.
wanna see what? All right. Here's what I got for a blurry picture of my desk.
I will look at that in a minute.
Cool. But yeah, I'm gonna actually show it on air.
That's not that bad.
Or I'm gonna probably try to blur it worse.
I don't suggest that.
Why not?
Because no.
Too bad.
Any more questions?
What? Let's see. I can't personally think of any more. I just decided to joke around. Wait, how many pictures have you taken of things in the snow?
None. Because the glare of the sun usually reflects into the camera and ruins the picture.
Dang. Um, if you could have an experience with an old camera, would you? Like, I'm not asking if you're gonna own one. Hello?
If I could have like the first ever camera made, I'd use it.
That's fair. So Sci-Fi Nation asks, um, why do you choose photographs instead of videos? Why photos instead of videos? Have I asked you something similar or no?
Yeah, you have, but
Okay.
I'll say it. The difference between pictures and videos is videos are of when something is moving and you want to capture it moving. And that's what I'm not good at, obviously. So I just take pictures because, for one, they're much easier to do. And for two, I feel like I get better results from pictures than I do from videos.
That's fair. Also, did you know that it took like 10 to 15 minutes for an exposure back then?
I'm not
So like,
surprised.
yeah. Let's just say due to how many black and white photos there are, I definitely thought the world used to be in black and white. Like the entire universe used to be in black and white when I was a little
Fun
kid.
fact, movies back then even had bloopers.
We love bloopers.
Yeah, they had bloopers and behind the scenes stuff.
I
So
would honestly.
even movies back then kept it.
Oh man, I would love to see some good bloopers. Oh man, I've put bloopers in, like I've done pastry bloopers before, but they weren't really watched because I didn't really have like video bloopers, just audio bloopers.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Anyways, so I don't have anything else to ask. I don't think Sci-Fi Nation has. Sci-Fi, do you have any more questions? But yeah, if no one has anything else to ask, I'm going to just say my closing announcements. And then, do you have any closing announcements or no?
No, I do not.
Anyways, my closing announcements are I'm gonna, I think next week or the week after, next week, I'm not gonna be doing any show streams because, fun fact, Thursday is Thanksgiving. And I don't want to, do a stream show on the holiday. Because, let's just say by the time the show starts, I'm probably going to not be able to be on the show. And then, let's see. But I might end up doing, like another stream so that I can work on a final project. I'm probably gonna have a different guest than I did the last time just because, like, too many things going on and me losing my mind on air. And then I'm currently working on the history of Pastry's design. Like, the history and story of Pastry's design. And then, what else? I should be getting testosterone sooner than later. But then again, I've been saying this for 2 months. It's just been personal reasons of why I haven't been able to get it. And then, what else? Nothing else. Other than I only have a few more episodes till the end of the season, which, let's just say, this season was the most cursed season I've ever had of the show, so hopefully the next one will be better. And yeah, do you have an outro?
No.
Alrighty, I will go ahead and say my outro then. I platonically love you,